Am I the asshole for suspecting my wife of doing something awful at her friend's bachelorette week in Mexico? She spent virtually zero money and took no pictures. I am in the middle of probably the biggest crisis of my adult life, and I can barely think, so I apologize in advance if this comes across as really weird or rambly. My wife went to Mexico last week for a friend's bachelorette party, and aside for the plane ticket, the hotel, and the first day's food and drinks, she didn't spend a penny all week. I mean, on the credit card, it's as clear as day that on Monday up until about 9 p.m., she was buying dinner, stuff at the hotel shop, drinks at the bar, souvenirs, and then at 9 p.m., she didn't spend another cent the entire week until she was at her layover airport in Dallas. She says it's because her friend took over and paid for everything. I guess this is plausible, but it still is giving me a funny feeling. What is worse is that my wife is a person who posts her entire life on Instagram, on TikTok, mostly Instagram. But if she does anything from get a latte to picking the kids up at school, she will post it either as a picture or as a story. The last thing she posted on TikTok was that trend of people jumping into their vacation from the airport, and after that, her social media is blank. I was kind of keeping an eye on it because I was excited for her to go on the trip. And again, I guess it's plausible, but it gives me a funny feeling. When she got home, I said, I can't wait to see all the pics she took, and she really blew me off and said that she just didn't feel like taking pics that week. She has also been incredibly distant, and last night she said she just felt like sleeping on the couch because the AC hits better. This is 100% true. But I swear I heard her talking on the phone in the middle of the night. When I got up to check on her, I accidentally tripped over the dog and made a huge racket. So when I got downstairs, she appeared to be asleep. I brought all of this up this morning and said I'm not accusing her of anything. But all this put together is making me feel uneasy. I wasn't trying to bait her or fight with her, just get my feelings on the table. She said you are a major fucking asshole for bringing this up on her first day back at work. I said I wasn't trying to pry, just communicating with her, and she said, your communication is prying, and I am not discussing this with you ever again. She then took the kids to summer camp and left. Ada comments Witch King of on Bryn Mawr, NTA. There's a loot of missing information here. But the fact that she won't discuss her vacation with you and even considers it prying when you ask about it is very strange. Sleeping on the couch is kind of the nail in the coffin for me. 23 Mateo 16. This right here, if for whatever reason I didn't go on vacation with my other, I'm definitely in contact the whole time and would be super happy to talk about everything when I got back. What I saw, who I met, experiences and everything, I see a lot of red flags as well. Miss Assassin Lady. I went to Disneyland for the first time 2 years ago with my friend. I was constantly texting my husband and sending him pictures. When I rarely take pictures, sure, post, especially of myself. When I got home, I told him all about the trip and everything we did. There is something definitely suspicious about Op's wife. Chemical ad 6311. It's wild that when you told her it was a little suspicious, she made it even more suspicious with her reaction. You already know, don't you? Old Willingness. Kernashuri Tutu. Check her friend's social media. I'm sure you will find stuff and look at their text messages. OP. Damn it, I should have included that. Her friend posted on social media up until about the third day, but there were no pics or tags of my wife, and then that friend deleted everything from a couple of days leading up to the trip. The bride-to-be rarely posts, so it's not surprising that she doesn't have much. Ludicrously capacious. That's really odd. Something happened on that trip. It may not even be cut and dry cheating, but something really weird had to have happened. Update. A few hours later, edit. So I realized that her text probably synced to her iPad, so I just checked. It took me a while to figure out the passcode, but I did. But there was an iMessage at 9:15 the night she got to the resort from a number with no contact info that said, okay, I'll meet you in the lobby. Is the app you said Signal? I looked up Signal, and it's kind of like WhatsApp. The iPad doesn't have Signal on it. Edit 2. If you have been following my comments, you've seen that my sister's coming over, and she's an insane internet sleuth and is relentless when it comes to this cheating stuff. She also scares me a bit, so I'm hoping this isn't a mistake, I'm gonna probably stop responding for a while so we can talk and she can do her thing. I am numb, but she can do this. Thanks for everyone and the nice comments. Edit 3, she cheated. My sister was able to get lots of info from the real estate guy, and my wife denied it at first, but then admitted it. Sorry it took so long to update, but I'm numb. Have literally zero idea what to do now. Update a few hours later. Edit 5. I know people really want updates, and we've been talking, arguing, screaming, threatening all day long. I'm more confused than I was this morning, that's for sure. But I'm also confused, exhausted, sad, upset, nervous, and I don't know what to do. I did make a preliminary appointment with a family law attorney tomorrow to talk about protecting assets and how to navigate the legal way ahead, regardless of what I chose to do. I will say that there's S subreddit that this was cross-posted to, and it may be the most toxic group of people I've ever seen online, and I feel really bad for those people. As for the privacy issues, no one has figured out who we are. That's not a challenge, by the way. I'm very tired and I doubt people are still invested. But if there's still interest, I can update either on this post or anew in a few days. I'm really hoping to sleep tonight. My sister still has the kids and they are having a blast and went to the lake with her boyfriend's family today, so I'm glad they are in good hands. New update, 7 days later. Good morning, everyone. I know it's been a while, but as I'm sure you can imagine, this has been the worst week of my life, and it's been an absolute whirlwind of activity, trying to get things set up in a life that I don't even really recognize anymore. First of all, I am now in the process of getting a legal separation from my wife with the aim of getting divorced. She and I both want to take the process very slow, so it's fair to everyone. I do have a personal lawyer who is handling the separation, but even she recommends that it will be cheaper and easier for us to do a mediated divorce. She, edit, the lawyer, not my wife, has a colleague who has this sort of package deal where we will work with a certified counselor while we are meeting with the mediation lawyer to handle the legal aspects. The goal is to learn to be co-parents and friendly while go through the breakup. I know my wife is hoping to see the counselor with the aim of reconciling. I am doing the counseling, so I can learn how to treat her with some sort of respect as the mother of my kids for their benefit. I can't possibly see reconciling, but I guess stranger things have happened. Those of you who read along last week know that my sister's one of those internet sleuths who, if you tell her a first initial and someone's eye color, she can come up with the person's entire life history in a matter of minutes. I've pretty much let her handle all of the dirty work. She did some research on the guy, and he's an absolute piece of shit. He has judgments and liens against him all over the country. He has 6 kids with 4 different women and is delinquent on child support on most of them. It seems like his MO is to just wait until the kids turn 18 and hope they stop coming after him. And this is the guy my wife picked to ruin everything for. My sister did get in touch with his current wife and said that she has pics and text messages that prove he was cheating, and so far has not heard back from her. Who knows what's going on with that? My assumption is it's happened so many times, she expects it or tolerates it, but maybe we'll hear back from her. My wife and I are still in the house together until the separation is official, and we may continue to be even after the legal separation is done. I just don't know, and I figure as long as we can be friendly to each other, then it's okay. I had to go away on business last week, and when I got back on Saturday, it was pretty clear the fight in her was gone, and she wanted to talk and accept full responsibility, and was willing to come clean about the whole thing. I told her I really didn't need to hear any more, because her affair partner had confessed the whole thing and even sent pics. I think her thing is that she's utterly humiliated and has been very quiet, even obsequious as her general manner around the house. It's not really what I want, because I didn't get married to have a servant, and the change in her normal, fiery and funny personality is only a reminder that something is really wrong. Kids are doing fine. They are spending a lot of time with my sister and her boyfriend and his family, so hopefully, looking back, this will just be the summer before their parents got divorced and are missing the turmoil in the house.